The impact of Scouting has touched not only those that have been registered members of the organization, but also those in the communities where Scouting has served for the last 113 years. In 2008, the BSA's National Development Committee introduced the BSA Alumni Program for the purpose of developing and implementing lifelong relationships for Scouting alumni and encouraging their gifts of time, talent, and philanthropy to the Boy Scouts of America. The Alumni Program and the Alumni Association have developed and executed a variety of events, awards, scholarships, and local volunteer opportunities for those seeking to strengthen their bonds to the Scouting movement. Recently, Rick Braga, a member of the BSA Alumni Committee and a member of the National Scouting Museum Task Force, was here at the museum to help us with the upgrade project that we've been working on for the last few months. We'll learn more about the BSA Alumni Association and its activities through an interview I conducted with Rick in this edition of Artifact of the Week. Rick, thanks for joining us today. We're here to talk about alumni relations and the Alumni Association. How did the Alumni Association get started?
Well, in the ramp up to 2010, the 100th anniversary of the BSA, it was determined that there were many alumni out there who were no longer currently active, engaged, and we really wanted to reach out and allow them to be a part of the Boy Scouts of America again and to help be a part of the celebration.
How do we define alumni of the BSA?
Well, it's a very broad definition because the BSA has such a great impact on its community that we consider alumnus to be anybody who has been positively impacted by the Boy Scouts of America. So that would clearly be youth members, clearly be current adult members, maybe and past adult members, but it would also include people who were in, for example, a scout troop built a ramp to allow a wheelchair to get into their house. Scouts did a service project in their area and they were so grateful that people finally cleaned up that cemetery or took the trash out of the river. Lots of great things. So we want everybody who feels good about Scouting to be a part of the BSA alumni.
So what kind of impact has the alumni group, the alumni program, had with the BSA at this point in time?
Well, it's a great opportunity to bring people back and allow them to participate at a level that they're comfortable. Some people might just want to be on the mailing list and just know what's going on. I was involved in Scouting, it was great, but I'm at a place in my life, I'm at an age in my life where I'm probably not going to be as active as I used to be. And then all the way up to people who have become leaders as a part of being re-engaged through the alumni program.
Talk to us about the recognition system that's used for the Alumni Association.
Absolutely, there are a couple of things. One, we have the Alumni Knot. It's called that, but it's technically called the Alumni Award. The Knot recognizes that particular award. But that award is a series of 6 different categories with 25 different requirements, of which you would be asked to complete 13 of those. And it's various things. We follow the BSA alumni model, which is we start with memories. We want to hear your story. Then we go to marketing because we want to tell you what's happening in the BSA now. It has changed over the years, as we all know. Then we move to mentorship because when you bring someone back, you want to make sure they feel welcome. So we want to work that out and make sure that people feel like somebody's helping them along as opposed to jumping into a cold group. And then from there we move to membership because everybody knows a scout, but everybody also knows somebody who would benefit from Scouting, whether it's learning leadership skills, being part of a team, whatever it might be. And then we jump to manpower, which is technically person power, if you will, but we wanted to keep it with an M. But that would be volunteering at some level. Maybe it's once a year, maybe it's once a month, who knows? And then finally, ultimately, we hope that by that relationship having been built, that you'd be willing to support the BSA at whatever level you feel comfortable.
Tell us a little bit about the recognition items that we have on exhibit here at the National Scouting Museum.
Well, the alumni awards go from the alumni award itself. Then the top of the category would be the alumnus of the year. And much of it is defined by either the level or by what it's not. And it's not a person of the year award. It's not a fundraising award. It's not a, I've got every other award and it wouldn't be great if I had one of those. It really is designed to recognize people completing activity over a sustained period of time that benefits the BSA and really moves it forward through alumni. So if you're a member of the Order of the Arrow, that really wouldn't necessarily qualify you. But if you're a member of the OA Alliance, which is the OA's alumni group, you might well qualify for a Council Alumnus of the Year, which is defined by the area in which it's done. So that would be the council area. So we have a Council Alumnus of the Year, we have a Territories Alumnus of the Year, and we have a National Alumnus of the Year. There are one Alumnus of the Year for the national given each year. There are 4 for the various territories, all of them cumulatively, and then each council is given the opportunity to offer that to one individual in the council.
I'm an alum out there and I want more information about the Alumni Association. Where do I go?
BSAalumni.org, that would be the place.
And that website has all the contact information as well as background information, everything they would need.
Resources available, explanations of the details, links to various nomination forms or application forms. And let's face it, if you're in a council and you have a council office right nearby, stop by, give them a call, make a connection.
In 2013, the alumni program was known as Scouting Alumni and Friends, with more than 7,000 alumni counting themselves as members. 2013 was also the year they adopted the tagline, "Once a Scout, always a Scout." In 2021, the alumni program became known as the BSA Alumni Association and adopted a new logo, the Campfire. Just like in your scouting experience, the Campfire welcomes you to rekindle your scouting connections. The 12 rocks remind each of us to live by the 12 points of the Scout Law. The circle recognizes the inclusive nature of the scouting movement. The sticks recognize our duties to one another, and the flames symbolize the eternal nature of our past, present, and future scouting experiences, bringing warmth and light to the world. Well, that's all the time we have for this week. Join us next time as we continue to learn more about the history of the BSA through the collection of the National Scouting Museum and Artifact of the Week.